Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back, my returning subscribers. I appreciate you all. So today we'll be creating this flyer with Pixellab for a program in a church for Valentine. So we all know Valentine is coming up. So you stick on and you watch to the end and able to give me a thumbs up and leave a cool comment. If you are yet to subscribe, please take a second to subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so that when I post new videos, you'll be notified when I post new videos. Then for the resources, you'll find them in the description link. Alright, so let's get into this. Alright, so the first thing, we'll go to this interface here to clear all of this. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. So I'll start with my text. So as usual, this is just an imaginary name for this church, so you can have your own real name. So I'm going to choose a font for this. So I use Montserrat Bold for this. Then I'm going to reduce the size. Reduce the size to around 22. That was the size I used. So we don't need to be that big. Alright, then put it in the middle, bring it down a little bit, then I'll give it a color, or let me just write my text first. So I'm going to make a copy of this to write on present, but I'll be using the regular version of Montserrat. Yeah, so I'm going to reduce the size of this further to 12. Then I will increase the spacing here. Right, then I'm going to centralize this. Right, move it up a bit. Alright, so with that done, I'll go to my gallery now to get the images I need. So this is the PNG I used for this. If you noticed, it has a slight white color, so I'm just going to click this to delete that. You can't notice it because we have a white background. Alright, so I'm just going to resize this to. Alright, so I think this is okay for the size. Make sure it's in the middle. Alright guys, so I want to import all I'll be needing. So let me go to this import here. I'll click it up to 3 times to import more than one of my resource. Right, so here I have one of my resources. I didn't click that I didn't click it the way I should, so it landed me to importing one of this resource. So I will have to keep doing this. I'll send this to the back. Right, then I'll check the size out. Right, okay, then I'm going to put it in the middle at the center. Then I'm just going to change the color of this heart to of this love to white. Yeah. So I'll move it up a bit, or rather I'll move this up down to lap with this. Alright, so that should do. So let me give this a color now, because I didn't give it a color because I got the color from that love PNG. Yeah, from here. Right, okay. Then I also give this a color. A black color. Okay, so I'll just go to my gallery again. Alright, so luckily for me, I was able to press it twice. So I have 2 of these imported. Alright, so I'm going to hide this one. Sorry, then I'll resize this. Okay, then place it here. Let me make sure it's at the center. Okay, then I'm just going to copy this, make a copy of this. So the theme is love at its peak, so that's what I want to write. Bring this down here. So I'll just change the color to white. Then increase the size a little bit. Then I'm going to make this lap with the ribbon by using the curve. Or bend it a little bit. Then I'm going to rotate it to -7, just a little bit. Yeah, just to make sure it laps with the ribbon. Okay, so this heart here is pink, so I want to make it a little bit red. So I'll go to my color filters and look at the hue. You see what is happening to it? The color is changing. So I want to see where I can get something like red. Okay, I think I saw red now. Okay, 9, 10. Okay, so we have red. That's all we need. Alright, that's it for that. Sorry, let me make sure this is locked up. Lock this up, and I'm going to enlarge this for the background. I'll make sure it's at the center. Okay, then I'll go and look it up. Let me send to the back first, yeah. Then I'll look it up. Right, the next I'll be bringing in the pictures. Make a copy of this, edit it. Right, featuring. So I'm going to centralize this. Then make a copy of that. Edit it. If you double tap on it, you edit it or use the edit icon. So I'll write seminars, exchange of gifts, talk show, drama, and dinner. Okay, so this is it here. So I'm going to give this color a black color. Then I'm going to reduce the size. Fourteen is okay. So I'm going to change the font to regular. Right. Let me see the size of this one. And reduce this a bit. Right, so I'll move it down a little bit. Then place it at the center. Alright, so the next will be the time, then the venue and the date. So I'll go to my gallery again to bring in some materials. So these are the balloons, so I'm going to place them here. Let me check the size. So I'll just reduce the size a bit. Place one here. Then I'll make a copy of that. I'm going to place one here. So I'll go to crop and yeah, like so. Flip it to the other side. Then I'll place this here. So at this point you can use your grid lines to make sure that they are the same height. They have the same height. So I'm going to move this down a bit to be at the same level with the other one. Fine. Right, so these are going to be our time and date. So I'll bring in a text to write the date, 14th February. So I'm going to change the font of this. I used Bibas fonts. So let me give this. Before that, let me see the size of this. Increase it a bit. Okay, so I want to move it to the right. Then I'm going to give it a color. I'm going to pick a color from the balloon. The red color. Good. See how nice that looks. Then I'll make a copy of this. Edit it to write February. Make it to be in capital letters. Then I'm just going to reduce the size of that. The size depends on the length of your text. So I want to move this faster. I'll use the relative position to move it faster. Okay. So if you notice that the spaces in between are too much, so I'm going to reduce this spacing. Right. Then I want to arrange them to make sure they are properly aligned. Right. Let me see the size of these balloons. I need to reduce the size of it. the text so that to enter properly, or let me see if I should shift it a bit. Right, so I'll make a copy of this. Let me check the spacing of this again. Okay, so I'm going to make a copy of this 14 so that I'll write the time 4 p.m. So because this is going to be on the red balloon, I'm going to change the color to white. And I'll reduce the size of this. Right, so I'm going to kind of italicize this. Then I'm going to move it like so. So I want to reduce the size of this fabric. Let me see, 22 and 14 so that they will lap well with the balloon. So I'm just noticing something. When you're designing with your phone portraits and in landscape mode, I think it affects the size, because the size I used for this was 55, but here I'm using just 47. Right, so I think that affects it. So that's a study for another day. I'm going to make a copy of this, edit it, then write the venue. Then bring it down. Let me give it a red color. Usually it's difficult to move with your hands. So I'm going to change the size of this. Then I'll move this. Good. So I'll make a copy of this, edit it, church auditorium, that's the venue, and I'll bring it down. We'll change the color to white. Please, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please do so right now. So I'm going to align this to the center alignment. Then I will use my position to move it, since my fingers are failing me. So just place it in such a way that it will be visible. Alright guys, this is looking nice. Just for finishing touches, I'm going to bring in a texture for the background and some roses for the top. So I'll go to my gallery. So this is the rose we'll be using. All these resources are in the description link. So I'm just going to resize this. Then place it at the edge like this. Make a copy of that, go to crop, flip it to the other side, place it here. So you just make sure they are uniform. I need to bring that down a bit. Right. Then I'll go to my gallery again to bring in the texture. So here is the texture I'll be using for the background. So because our background is 1:1 our design, so I'm going to crop it to 1:1. Then I'll shift this to this side because at the center here we have too many folds. I don't really want that on my design, so I'll resize this, then send it to the back. Then I'm going to reduce the opacity. Go to opacity, reduce it. Alright, so this is cool. So guys, let's look around and see if we need to make any adjustments. Okay, with this we can save this image as a project and also to your gallery. So from here we'll be proceeding to Pixellab for some finishing touches. To Pixellab, so here we're just going to give this some finishing touches. So we'll go to add photo. I want to add this lens flare here, so I've selected it already, so I'll click on add. So it comes up here, then I'll go to blend, then go to screen, and I'll increase this. Hope you can see the effect it has on this. Let me see what this will do for us here. So you can play around with it and see where this will look better. So I'm going to place mine here. At the center. Right, so you can check the other blending modes, see which one will be better. So like lighting is looking fine. See this lighting, see this screen. Lighting, screen. Let me see that lighting again. So I'll use this lighting. So once you're done, you can click on this add photo again. The picture I want to add, I'll just click on it and then click on add here. So here we have to increase it, then go to your blending mode, go to blend, go to screen. So what you do for me is to be looking at the roses up there. Right, so here we have this. So this is for this. Then with your eraser you can clean up these parts here, these other lights that you don't need. Right, so I'm going to make a copy of this. To make a copy of this, come to this side. Hope you can see the left side. Once you click on it, you see duplicate. You make a copy of that and move it to this. Use your eraser to delete this unwanted part. Alright, so that is it. So let us take a look at this design. Right guys, this is beautiful. Remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, give me a thumbs up, share the video, leave a nice comment. Let me know what you think about this design. Let me know when you replicate it. So when you're done, you click on this download button here. You can take this good first before you download it. So you can now download, or you can still go on to download that.